Vraj, I think that's probably about enough time. So I'd love
Yeah,
to welcome everybody here. We're really glad that you've been able to join us on this final day of workshops. So this first workshop is a first of two today. It will run for about half an hour, and then we'll kick our second workshop off again at 5 p.m. BST. So yeah, for those of you who are just joining now, really great to have you here. We're excited to be hosting this workshop on Huddle01. And so I'd love to pass over to Vraj to tell you a little bit more about the platform and introduce some of their bounties as well. So Vraj, over to you.
yeah. Thank you so much, Roy. So I'll just share my screen. Yeah. So yeah, first of all, hey everyone. I'm currently working as a developer at Huddle01. So yeah, today I will be taking a workshop on like integrating live audio communication on a dataDAOs using Huddle01. And yeah, so let's get let's get started. So first of all, like before like starting a workshop and going through the code and all, let me explain you like what we do at Huddle Zero because it's important to like understand the product itself, right? So yes, so the main focus of Huddle 01 is to like provide privacy focused audio video experiences. So there are lots of like existing solutions available in the market for audio video communication, but what they lack is like the main privacy part, right? So like you have seen that like recently Zoom have like there are news for Zoom that like they're collecting your data, like your location, your IP address and all. But we at Huddle 01 ensures that like we are not collecting any of this data, and even like we are not collecting your emails as well. So right now, like if you want to join the Huddle 01 room, you have to sign in using your wallets, which is like totally anonymous, right? Even you can give any name whenever you join, and even without wallets, you can join. So that's what we want to provide to the users, right? The best user experience with like the all the like privacy focused features, and also like we are calling that like we are actually building a people powered communication network, which is actually powered by people, not just by any company. So let me explain why we are saying this. So right now, like we have our own platform. So like whichever we are using right now. So like right now we are on this call, which is like Huddle 01's platform itself. And we also have lots of SDKs. I will explain you like in the whole workshop. I'll explain you like what that SDKs does. So I'll right now just quickly go through like the docs page which we have. So right now like we do have SDKs for JavaScript, that is vanilla JS. Like if you are using any frameworks which are not supported, React JS, let's say Svelte or any Vue or anything, you can use our vanilla JS SDK. Then we have React.js SDKs available. Then also like for mobile, we have React Native SDK. So yeah, you can utilize our SDKs and build on top of us. We provide infrastructure to you. Like it's up to you how innovative you want to build. And apart from that, if you want to quickly integrate L01 in your app, we also provide iframes. So iframes are basically simple. You can understand as like this whole platform, which you can embed it into your own website. Okay, so well, like quickly, I would say like within just even 5 minutes or more time, within just 5 minutes, you can like integrate live audio video communication into your platform with all the features which you provide in your platform itself, like let's say wallet logins, the DIDs, then using your NFTs as avatars, live streaming, and lots of new things. So that's about like the SDK part and the infra part which we provide, and we are also building our own network. So we are expecting that we launch our network around like end of this year or maybe in the first quarter of 2024. In that like we are actually replacing the centralized servers from the real-time communication. So like we are building a decentralized real-time communication protocol which enables you to like host meetings in a totally decentralized way, where like so as of now what happens when like there is any whenever we are doing some calls, there will be one centralized media servers who will be connecting users, right? Though WebRTC is peer to peer, but to connect two users with each other, we need one centralized servers. So here where like Huddle 01 comes into the place. So like the protocol which we are building basically solves this issue where we replace the centralized servers from the nodes. So there will be multiple nodes which will be hosted all over the world, and your call will be powered by that nodes. And just imagine like you are hosting your own call. So let's say like you are running a node and using that node only you are powering your calls. So that's what we are building in our protocol. And yeah, we're super like excited for that as well. And that's all about like the like our company Huddle01, what we do. So I hope you understand this. And if you have any questions around it, feel free to drop it in the chat. We'll take it up later. Then let's get started with the workshop, right? So before like actually showing you the code base, I want to explain you the basic structure of our SDK. Okay, so there is one cool diagram which we have made. So yeah, uh, I hope this is visible, or maybe I can just zoom in a bit. Okay. So this is the basic flow of how our SDKs work. So first of all, we have this initialize function. So if you want to use like the SDK, first you need to initialize the SDK. So from our docs, we'll get a project ID using which you can initialize this. Once the SDK is initialized, there will be two parts. First is the lobby. First is the room. So even when you join this like the room here, there will be first lobby kind of thing, right? Where you have to enter your name or select the IDs and all. So that is the lobby part. So if you are building using SDK, you have to first handle the logic for lobby and then you will handle the room part. So first you have initialized it. Then what you can do, we use this join lobby hook, join lobby method, which you will get from this use lobby hook. And from this join lobby, there are several methods. So first person has once the person has joined the lobby, there will be multiple things. Like first the user needs to turn on their camera and then needs to turn on their mic. So to fetch the video stream, we have this hook fetch video stream which takes the video stream from the user, and stop is basically to stop the video stream. Similarly for audio thing. Now there will be two hooks. Okay, so first is fetching a video stream, another is producing a video stream. So fetching is like you are just like taking the stream from the user's camera, and then producing means you are actually like producing a stream to other participants in the room, right? So there will be multiple participants. Let's say right now I am in this room, so my stream is also fetched because I'm able to see my camera as well. My stream is broadcasted to you all, so that you all are also able to see my face, right? My camera is my video stream. So for that you need to call this produce video. Similarly for audio thing, you need to first fetch the audio stream. So when you call these methods like fetch audio stream and fetch video stream, it will ask for permissions from the user that hey, like would you able to like give the permission to turn on your mic and cam, and once you allow the permission, it will fetch the stream, and then you can use that stream to actually produce it and to broadcast it to everyone in the room. So these things will be clear when I will show you the demo. So this is like just to give you a brief overview of how like the structure of our SDK will look like. So I will quickly go through the demo app first. So yeah, this is the demo app which I have built for this workshop specially. So here like this is the main page. So basically like what is this about? So let's say like mostly like this hackathon is about like FVM, right? Like building data DAOs and all. So let's say like you have some building some data DAO where you want to integrate like audio video in functionality, right? So for that I will show you how you can do that. So here first here inside your rooms you will get all the rooms which are created from your wallet. So like these are connected. I've connected my wallet address, that's why it's showing me. Then ongoing discussion rooms are basically whatever rooms are live. Let me show you the working, then you will understand better. So once you click on the create room, here it will open this create room page, and here I will just fill up the basic details. Let's do it right now. So let's say I will create an encode DAO. Okay, I want to create data DAO for encode. Then let's quickly select the start time. Let's select the current time, and I will just click on create spaces. You can also token get it. So let's say if you want to token get it with multiple tokens, like tokens such as ERC20 or the NFTs like ERC720 or 1155, then you can easily do that. So right now I'll just keep it a bit simple. Like I'll just create a normal room. So once I click here, it will ask me to sign a transaction. And right now here, this contract is deployed on FVM calibration testnet. Okay. So in backend, what happens here is whenever I write up the details here, it will basically uh, call an API of Huddle01. So Huddle01 provides a create room API. Let me quickly show you here. So right here, if you go to our docs in the API reference, here we have multiple APIs. So this general room API is basically a create room API where you can like send some data such as like title, description, and all. And once you send it, you will get a meeting room ID. Okay, so here what we are doing is we are just sending getting all of the details from the user, and we are calling that API of Huddle01, which returns the room ID. And once we get the room ID, we will write that data inside our smart contract. So here I have written a very basic smart contract. So like this smart contract just stores the meeting information, okay, so room information like the basic stuff like title, room ID, and what is the start time. And there is one more function that is like get user meetings. So let's say like you have your own smart contract which is on FVM, so you can easily like just add up these two functions in your existing smart contract, and you can enable this thing in your dataDAOs. And also like this, right now this contract is deployed on the FVM calibration testnet. So if you want to do it, you can always deploy it on Filecoin, on any network of Filecoin. Then once I create it in our dashboard, you can see that the room is created. So right now I already created few rooms here. So these all rooms are created by me. And so even if I disconnect my wallet, these rooms will be resetted because all of these rooms are fetching from my wallet address. So inside this smart contract, I've written a logic where it will map all of the rooms based on my particular wallet address. So yes, that's the thing. Now here inside ongoing discussion rooms, so here I have used the live meetings API. So Zero provides this cool API that is live meetings API. So here what it returns is, so whatever meeting is created, uh, that meeting is created using an API key. Okay, so you can get your API key from here. If I click here, you can just connect your wallet and you can get your API key. So you will use that same API key in this live meetings API, and like this API will return you all of the meetings which are currently live. So right now let's try it out, right? So let's say I want to join one of the rooms here. Let's say I'll join this one. Then here I will show you the demo itself. So let's say I want to first sign a transaction. Then once I sign it, I just select any of the avatar, and here let me write a name. Let's say I write my name. So this is the lobby part which I have explained in that image, right? So this is the lobby where we are using the various hooks of Huddle01. I will go through the code as well once I complete this demo. So let's say like here I will just click on the start room. So once I click it, so by default the user will be automatically assigned as a host. So whoever joins first will be a host in the room, right? So yeah, right now I've started this room, right? So if I again go through the home page, let me just open it. Now you can see that dataDAO is inside a ongoing discussion rooms because that is a live room. So this way like you can use our APIs and live meetings API, and you can fetch whatever rooms are live. So yeah, that's about this live rooms. And yeah, here let me join through multiple tabs here. So right now I join from one tab. Let me join to multiple tabs and show you the functionality what it does. So here I am signing a message to just authenticate my wallet and like to just get an access token. So right now I'm not using a token gated rooms here, but let's say that I have created token gated room. Then for that I need an access token. So for that we need to sign this message. So yeah, once you sign that message, you will get an access token. So I'll just join room from another tab. Let's say I write Rory here, and I will jump. Okay. So right now there are two persons participants in the room. So one is me, one is Rory. Now when the Rory joined the room, that person is a listener. Okay, so by default the first person joins will be a host, and second and whatever joins after that will be a peer or a listener. So here I have created an audio rooms, but you can also create like a normal video meetings as well. Okay, so here for the demo, this is like a simple audio rooms where you can just talk with each other. Where you will audio, there will be only audio rooms, but in video you can have audio and video both. So now I have also created this sidebar. So from here, let's say now I want to make the Rory as a co-host. Okay, so I'll just go to my host one tab, and yeah, from here I can invite this person as a co-host or a speaker as well. So let's say I will just invite as a speaker. then you can see the role of that user is changed to a speaker. There you will also get a toast that the role is changed to speaker. So yeah, here you can also do some ACL controls like access controls, where you can change the user's role, and that each user role have its own use case. So let's say like speaker have an ability to speak, then there will be a co-host who is able to make other person as a speaker and change the other person's roles. And yes, similarly there will be an hierarchy, like first will be a host, then co-host, then the speaker, and at last a listener. So yeah, this is about this demo part, and let me now go through a bit of a code as well. So let me just open it once. So yeah, this is the code. Now here, I will show you the main part. Okay, so this is like a lots of front end and like breakdown into components. So don't get overwhelmed. Even I will share the link with you. Like this is public. This is already there on GitHub. If you want, you can take a reference from there. So here I will first of all show you that create page. So see it here for the create to create a room. I've used API, and it's always recommended that you call our APIs from a server side, because if you call it from client side, there is a risk that you might that the attacker might get your API key, right? So it's always recommended that you always call your APIs from server side. So for that, here I'm using Next.js. So I've simply created one serverless API which helps me to like create an API, and like I can call this serverless API from my client side. So my API key is extracted from front end, so no one can see my API key, right?
Can you just
Yeah,
zoom a bit in your VS Code?
yeah, sure, sure. I can zoom in. Sure, sure. Is it good now?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Cool. Yeah. Sure. So yeah, this is like the service API which I created. So here also like you can see, right, this is like the API endpoint which we provide. Here you need to pass some data in the body. So don't get overwhelmed with this. Like this is for the token gating part. So if you want to do a normal rooms, you don't need to pass all of these details. This details are required when you are like token gating it with let's say NFT or and all, right. So yeah, this is about the calling an API. Then we have this another page that is index. I just write here. So yeah, this is the main page. So here also like I use get server side props, because as I said, like always call APIs from server side. So this is a live meetings API which basically returns data whatever live rooms are there. So it will return the data of that live rooms. So I'll just return these live meetings, and I will map it in the front end. That's a pretty simple thing. Then let's go to the main part. So here, if I show you the demo here, so let's say by default, if I when I click here, it will redirect me to localhost slash room ID. I will just do here. Let's do it. So here, first of all, it will redirect me to slash room ID, and there we will check whether the room is joined or not. So let me show you that over code. So here inside of pages we have this thing. So first will be this page where like room id, so like look url slash room id. So here we are first checking on the use effect that whether the room is joined or not. So let's say here that the room is joined. Wait, let me just wait a second. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So here, what I was saying is, so here I am checking that whether room is joined or not. So here, this is room joined is you are getting it from the use room hooks. So here, if I just click here, React hooks, here we provide multiple hooks in our SDK. I will even show you from our docs itself to make you pretty clear. So if I just go here inside our React.js SDK, if you can just go here in hooks. So here we have multiple hooks. So first of all, like you need this initialize from this use Huddle01 SDK. Then you get the join lobby function from this use lobby hook. Then once you join the lobby, you want that you join a room, right? So for that, you will get all of these methods from use room hook. Then from use audio, like you will get all of the things which you are required to fetch audio and produce audio and all. Then similarly for video, you will get hooks such as fetch video stream, produce video stream. Then from this use peers hook, you will get all of the peers which are there in the meeting. So you basically like you want to get all of the details, right? Like let's say right now we are in this room, and here we want to fetch all of the participants details using our SDK. So how you can do that? We'll just like use this use peers hook, and it will return the list of peers for you, and you can just map it with the front end and you can show it. Then we also provide recording feature as well in our SDK, so you can use recording hook for that. Then we also have like live streaming, use ACL. So use ACL is basically for uh, access control logic, where like basically you want to change someone's role. So let's say like you want to add a function like which I've shown right now, that you make someone as a speaker or someone as a co-host. So for that you need to use this methods from this use ACL. Similarly, we also have various events. So like at Huddle01, we totally focus on event driven architecture. So like for every hooks, whenever you call any method from any hook, there will be an event associated with it. So if you want to check that whether that event occurred or not, let's say like you have joined a lobby and you want to check whether lobby is joined or not, so you can just listen to the event. So here we have multiple events listed here. So let's say you want to check whether a lobby is joined or not. So you will just use our hook that is lobby join. Okay. Similarly, there will be a hooks for a room, that if you want to check whether room is joined or not. So it's a pretty big list. We'll just go through this and you will understand what each event is for. So yeah, that's it for the hooks part, and like what we provide at Riddle01 SDK basically. So that's pretty much is all about. uh, I won't go through much of the code here. I've just explained you the basic hooks which you can use, and this code is always available for you on GitHub. So yeah, that's it, I guess, for this workshop. So yeah, I want to show you one more function. Wait, let me just quickly summarize it. So let's say here in our room, you want to send reactions, right? Let's say here I am sending this reaction of emoji, or I'm raising my hand. So for that, we have this special method that is send data. So if I go here in the use app utils, here we have the send data method, where you can send any of the data among all the peers. So even you can like enable the chat feature in your room, right? Just send data to all the peers and you can read it. So it's that easy. So yeah, you can just use that. That's what I want to mention here. And yeah, I guess that's it about the workshop, Roddy. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop here. I will be here for one, like more 5 minutes.
To all of our participants, feel free to drop any questions you might have in the channel. To start with, Raj, I wondered if you might perhaps want to give a little bit more insight into your bounties, just to give the participants some ideas of what they might like to build for their projects.
So essentially, as the bounties, there are like three prizes. So best three prizes will get $250 each, and there are two ideas. Like these are ideas which we have given, but people are free to build anything about other ideas which they get. First idea is around like video meetings for dataDAOs. Other one is around creating data oracles based on the meeting actions, or like who were the people who attended the meeting, or creating those meeting datas. So these are the two just ideas, but yeah, feel free to play around our SDKs and build any different use case that you feel might be impactful and maybe centered to some creator economy, or yeah.
Thank you very much for clarifying on those. If there are no more questions now, I'd encourage everybody to reach out in the Huddle01 Discord zone. Hopefully we can get some of the team as well in to answer any questions in there. So yeah, perhaps after this session, if you want to recap the videos, of course, it has been recorded and will be shared with you afterwards. And if you do think of any questions, please do feel free to reach out on the Discord. But yeah, for now, I'd just like to thank Vraj and the team once again for sharing your platform with us. It's been really cool to actually use it in person, and I'm sure, yeah, all of the participants have been extremely impressed by the platform itself. So yeah, thank you very much to the team. I don't know if you have any closing remarks before we wrap up, or any tips you'd like to share before we close the session.
feel free to hop over to our Discord, Huddle Discord, or maybe the Discord that Rory has shared. Feel free to drop your doubts. We will be more than happy to solve you and solve your issues. And like, would be more than happy to hop over a call if you want to iterate, like walk me through your idea or want some validation or some inputs around it. So yeah.
Amazing. Of course. Well, yeah, one final time on behalf of everybody, thank you so much to the Huddle01 team. To our participants, we do have one final workshop for the Open Data Hackathon, which is in half an hour at 5 p.m. BST. So we look forward to seeing you there. Please feel free to take a quick break, and we'll hopefully see you again shortly. So thank you to Vraj, thank you to the Huddle01 team, and yeah, we'll see you over on the Discord.
I have also dropped, Huddle01 Discord link, so feel free to join it. Over there, our devs are there to help you out. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you very much. See you all
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Cheers.